Hi everyone, back in chapter 10, facial devices and technology. And in this section 10-11, we're going to demonstrate how to safely and effectively use a spray machine. Now, spray mists are really beneficial in calming and hydrating the skin. So the spray machine, it is part of the vacuum machine, if you remember that from earlier. I do use this black hose. It connects here. You could use either one. I just use black. So the black hose connects here and it connects right at this metal that pokes out of the little plastic bottle with the spray nozzle on it. So the spray machine is used to apply toners. So this bottle with the spray nozzle, it can be filled with freshener or toner. And I'm going to show you here is a photo of it. So here we have a photo of the machine. And then you can see the little hose or straw inside of there, and that's got toner. And then where it connects to the hose at the top, you put your finger, there's a little hole at the very, very top, and you put your finger over that hole, and that's what makes the mist start to come out. So say like for instance on here, you just put your finger over the very top, and then it'll start to emit a really fine mist. So on the toner, you want to put 1 part toner in that bottle to 2 parts distilled water. And then you gently mist the client's face after cleansing. You can use it in another treatment step such as massage. And I like to use it at the end of the facial after a facial mask. And it's really nice to calm down the skin. So this machine does affect the skin by adding moisture. So it does add moisture to the skin. Or after your treatment, you can use it to calm and hydrate the skin. Okay, so you don't want to use this machine if your client is having respiratory issues. These are part of our contraindications because if they have any breathing any breathing problems, this could irritate their lungs as they're breathing this in. I've noticed sometimes when I've had people use it on me, sometimes even I'll start to cough because it is kind of strong, depending on the toner that's in there as well. You don't want to allow the spray to drip in the client's eyes, their ears, or their mouth, or down their neck. Okay, use the iPads for safety precautions if you're going to be using this extensively in your facial. I personally, what I do is I cover their eyes like this with my hand, and then I'll spray the top, and then I'll turn my hand and spray the side of their face, and then like this and spray the bottom. So that's how I do. But if you want, you can use like a butterfly iPad over the client's eyes, or you could just use 2 cotton rounds folded in half and place them on the eyes. You don't want to leave toner inside of that bottle or any other liquids for an extended amount of time. And you see that little straw in there. Well, that straw goes up into a piece of metal. It's kind of brass or some type of metal. And I've seen it turn green and it gets corroded if you leave it for extended periods of time or even overnight sometimes. So that will also cause the plastic to break down too and ruin it. So after each use, dump out your solution and then rinse it out, spray a little distilled water through it, and then just store it dry. Okay, so you don't want to use your spray machine in a room that's not well ventilated either. And safety and maintenance for these machines. After each use, like I said, empty it out. Take this little bottle, dump out the solution and then wash it. I put soap and water in there and wash it thoroughly. And then rinse it. And before I do, I'll dump out the toner and then I run distilled water through it to get it through the little spray hole. It's a very tiny, tiny spray hole on the, it's kind of right off of the plastic here. And it's really tiny. So I'll run some distilled water through it. And then again, as usual with everything, grab your rag and your leukocyte, marvicide, whatever you're using, and spray your rag. Then go ahead and I take the hose and, drag it through the hose. And also what you want to do is, after you clean your hose, wipe all the outside of this down and then wipe the whole machine down as well with your leukocyte or whatever. And then you want to for the mineral buildup that gets on the nozzle of the sprayer, you should clean that monthly or at least more often if you're using it a lot. I don't use mine that much, so once a month is usually good for me. But that's how you clean those. And then remember, guys, in this section, there's a little procedure that you need to read through. It's 10-4, the use of the spray machines. And then there's a question, a check-in question at the end of this too. It's, what are the effects of the spray machine? So go ahead, answer that question, email it to me at krista@oliverfinley.com. And then there's, I want you to go back through and reread this section that I just went over. And then there is a little do section. And it's called the spray machine labeling. So do that. And then that's it for this section. Okay, guys, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.